Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zoom Shakespeare's production of Troilus and Cressida, the very rarely performed Shakespeare play. This adaptation is cut by the amazing Tara Wolbert, and tonight's cast is Terrence Simon as Troilus, Sandra Peck Ramsey as Cressida, Aaron Garrett as Aeneas, Cecilia Bellamy as Cassandra and Nestor, Anne Livingston as Calchas and Priam, Ty Fisher as Hector, Summer Nogebauer as Helen of Troy, Katie Wright as Margerolon and Helenus, Jeff Merriman as Pandarus, Christian Peck as Paris, Roderick Ost as Achilles, Alice Rhodes as Agamemnon, Seth Ramsey as Ajax, Mason Burris as Diomedes, Nope, still can't get it. Live theater. Kealoha. God damn it. Peterson as Menelaus. Cool. Ethan Mock as Alexander and Patroclus. Jonathan Gonzalez as Thersites. Cool. And Stephen Saltzman as Ulysses. And Ben Baskin as Boy, Servant, and Myrmidon. Ladies and gentlemen, Troilus and Cressida.
In Troy, there lies the scene. From isles of Greece, the princes Orgulus, their high blood chafed to have the port of Athens sent their ships, fraught with the ministers and instruments of cruel war. And their vow is made to ransack Troy, within whose strong immures the ravished Helen, Menelaus' queen, with wanton Paris sleeps, and that's the quarrel. To Tenedos they come, and the deep drawing barks do their disgorge, their warlike fraughtage. Now, expectation, tickling skittish spirits on one and the other side, Trojan and Greek, sets all on hazard, and hither am I come, a prologue, armed but not in confidence of author's pen or actor's voice, but suited in like conditions as our argument, to tell you, fair beholders, that our play leaps o'er the vaunt and firstlings of those broils, beginning in the middle, starting thence away to what may be digested in a play. Like or find fault, do as your pleasures are, now good or bad, 'tis but chance of war.
Act 1, Scene 1. Troy, 7 years into the Greek siege.
All hear of my varlet, Alan again. Why should I war without the walls of Troy that find such cruel battle here within? Each Trojan that is master of his heart, let him to field. Troilus, alas, hath none.
Will this gear never be mended?
The Greeks are strong and skillful to their strength, fierce to their skill and to their fierceness valiant. But I am weaker than a woman's tear, tamer than sleep, fonder than ignorance, less valiant than the virgin in the night, and skill is as unpracticed infancy.
Well, I have had enough of this. For my part, I'll not meddle, nor make no further. He that will have a cake out of the wheat must needs tarry the grinding.
Have I not tarried?
Aye, the grinding, but you must not tarry the bolting.
Have I not tarried?
Aye, the bolting, but you must tarry the leavening.
Still have I tarried?
Ah, to the leavening, but to the kneading, the making of the cake, the heating of the oven, and the baking. Nay, you must stay the cooling too, or you may chance to burn your lips.
Patience herself, what goddess as she be, doth lesser blanch at sufferance than I do. At Priam's royal table do I sit, and when fair Cressida comes into my thoughts. So, traitor, when she comes, when is she thence?
Well, she looked ye yesternight, fairer than I ever saw her look, or any woman since, else.
I was about to tell thee, when my heart is wedged with a sigh, would writhe in twain, lest Hector or my father should perceive me, I have buried this sigh in wrinkle of a smile. But sorrow, that is couched in seeming gladness, is like the mirth fate turns to sudden sadness.
Ah, And if her hair were not somewhat darker than Helen's, well, go to. There's no more comparison. Uh, but between the women, but for my part, she is my kinswoman. I would not, as a term, praise her, but I would. Somebody had heard her talk yesterday, as I did. I will not disparage your sister, Cassandra's wit. But
Oh, Pandarus! I tell thee, Pandarus, when I do tell thee, there my hopes lie drowned. Reply not in how my many fathoms deep they lie endrenched. I tell thee, I am mad in Cressida's love. Thou answerest she is fair, pourest the open ulcer of my heart her eyes, her hair, her cheek, her guides, her voice, when I say I love her. Instead of oil and balm, thou layest in every gash that love hath given me the knife that made it.
I speak no more than truth.
Thou dost not speak so much.
Faith, I'll not meddle in it. Let her be as she is, and she be fair. 'Tis better for her, and she be not. Well, she has the mends in her own hands.
Good Pandarus. How now, Pandarus?
Because she's kin to me, therefore she's not so fair as Helen. She were not kin to me, she would be fair on Friday as Helen is on Sunday. But what I care, I care not. As she were a blackamoor, 'tis all one to me.
Say I she is not fair?
I do not care whether you do or no. She's a fool to stay behind her father. Let her to the Greeks, and so I'll tell her the next time I see her. For my part, I'll meddle, nor make no more in the matter.
Pandarus.
Not I.
Sweet Pandarus.
Pray you, speak no more to me. I will leave all as I have found it, and there an end.
Peace, you ungracious clamors. Peace, rude sounds. Fools on both sides, Helen must needs be fair when with your blood you daily paint her thus. I cannot fight upon this argument. It is too starved a subject for my sword. But Pandarus, oh gods, how do you plague me? I cannot come to Cressida but by Pandar, and he's as tetchy to be wooed to woo, as she is stubborn chase against all suit.
How now, Prince Troilus, wherefore not afield?
Because not there this woman's answer sorts, for womanish it is to be from thence. What news, Aeneas, from the field today?
That Paris is returned home and hurt.
By whom, Aeneas?
Troilus by Menelaus.
Let Paris bleed, 'tis but a scar to scorn. Paris is gored with Menelaus' horn.
Scene 2. A street in Troy.
Who are those went by?
Queen Hecuba and Helen,
And whither go they?
up to the eastern tower, whose height commands as subjects all the vale, to see the battle. Hector, whose patience is as a virtue fixed, today was moved. Before the sun rose, he was harnessed light, and to the field goes he, where every flower did, as a prophet, weep what it foresaw in Hector's wrath.
What was his cause of anger?
The noise goes, this: there is among the Greeks a lord of Trojan blood, nephew to Hector. They call him Ajax.
Good, and what of him?
This man, lady, hath robbed many beasts of their particular additions. He is as valiant as a lion, churlish as the bear, slow as the elephant, a man into whom nature hath crowded so many humors that his valor is crushed into folly, his folly sauced with discretion.
But how should this man that makes me smile make Hector angry?
They say yesterday he copped Hector in battle and struck him down. The disdain and shame whereof hath ever since kept Hector fasting and waking.
Hector's a gallant man. Good morrow, Uncle Pandarus.
Good morrow, cousin Cressida. What do you talk of? Good morning, Alexander. How do you do, cousin? What were you talking of when I came? Was Hector armed and gone ere you came to a loom? He'll lay about him today, I can tell you that. And there's Troilus, who's come far behind him. Let him take the heat of Troilus. I can tell them that too.
What, is he angry too?
Who, Troilus? Troilus is the better man of the two.
Oh, Jupiter, there's no comparison.
What? Not between Troilus and Hector? Do you know a man if you see him?
Aye. If I ever saw him before and knew him.
Well, I say Troilus is Troilus.
Then you say as I say, for I am sure he is not Hector.
Nor Hector is not Troilus in some degree.
'Tis just to each of them. He is himself.
Himself? Alas, poor Troilus, I would he were.
So he is.
Himself? No, he's not himself. Would he were himself, well, the gods are above, and time must friend or end well. Troilus, well, I would my heart were in her body, nor is not no, Hector is not a better man than Troilus. The other comes not to it. You shall tell me another tale. When the other comes to it, Hector shall not have his wit with this year. You have no judgment, niece. Helen herself praised his complexion above Paris. I swear to you. I think Helen loves him better than Paris.
And she's a married Greek indeed.
Yes, nay, I am sure she does. She came to him the other day, and I put her white hand upon his cloven chin. I could not choose but to laugh, to think how she tickled him under the chin. Indeed, she has a marvelous white hand. I must needs confess, she takes it upon herself to spy a white hair on his chin. But there was such laughing. Queen Hecuba laughed that, and her eyes ran over, and Cassandra laughed, and Hector laughed.
And what was all this laughing?
Oh, Mary, at the white hair that Helen spied on Troilus's chin.
And it had been a green hair, I should have laughed too.
Oh, they laughed not so much at the hair as at his pretty answer. Quoth she, he's but 52 hairs on your chin, and one of them is white. 52 hairs, quoth he, and one white. The white hair is my father, and all the rest are his sons. Jupiter, quoth she, which of these hairs is Paris, my husband? The fourth one, quoth he, and he plucked it out and give it to him. But there was such laughing, and Helen blushed, and so Paris so chafed, and all the rest laughed, that it passed.
So let it now, for it has been a while going by.
Well, cousin, I told you a thing yesterday. Think on it?
So I do.
I'll be sworn 'tis true. He will weep you and 'twere a man born in April.
And I'll spring up in his tears, and 'twere a nettle against May.
Hark, they are coming from the field. Shall we stand up here and see them as toward a loom? Good niece, do, sweet niece Cressida.
At your pleasure.
Here's an excellent place. Here we may see most bravely. I'll tell you them all by their names as they pass by. Mark Troilus above the rest.
Speak not so loud.
Oh, there's Anchises. Is that not a brave man? He's one of the flowers of Troy, I can tell you. But Mark Troilus, you'll see him anon.
Who's that?
That's Antenor. He has a shrewd wit. I can tell you that he's a good man enough. He's one of the soundest judgments in whosoever, and the proper man of person. When comes Troilus? I'll show you Troilus anon. If he see me, you shall see him nod at me. That's Hector. That, look you, there's a fellow! Go thy way, Hector! Is it not a brave man?
Oh, brave man.
Is he not? It does a man's heart good. Look you, what hacks are on his helmet?
Hey, those are swords.
Swords, anything, he cares not. And the devil come to him, and it's all one. By God's lid, it does one heart's good. Yonder comes Paris. Yonder comes Paris. Look yonder, niece. Is it not a gallant man too? Is it not? Why, this is a brave now. Who said he came hurt? He came hurt home today. He's not hurt. Why, this will do Helen's heart good now. Hath he? Would I come see Troilus now? You shall see Troilus anon.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Helenus. I marvel where Troilus is. That's Helenus. I think he went not forth today. That's Helenus.
Can Helenus fight, uncle?
Helenus? No. Yes, he'll fight indifferent well. I marvel where Troilus is. Hark, do you not hear the people cry Troilus? Helenus is a priest.
What sneaking fellow comes yonder?
Well, yonder, that's... Diaphanus? Tis Troilus. There's a man, niece. Brave Troilus, the prince of chivalry.
Peace, for shame, peace.
Mark him. Note him. Oh, brave Troilus. Look well upon him, niece. Look how his sword is bloodied and his helm more hacked than Hector's. And how he looks. And how he goes. Oh, admirable youth. He never saw 23. Go thy way, Troilus, go thy way. Had I a sister were a grace, or a daughter's a goddess, he should take his choice. Oh, admirable man, Paris is dirt to him. And I warn Helen to change, will give an eye to boot.
Here comes more.
Asses, fools, dolts, chafe and bran, porridge after meat. I could live and die in the eyes of Troilus. I'd rather be such a man as Troilus than Agamemnon and all of Greece.
There is among the Greeks Achilles, a better man than Troilus.
Achilles? Why, have you any direction? Have you any eye? Do you know what a man is? Is not birth, beauty, good shape, a discourse, manhood, learning, gentleness, virtue, youth, liberality, and such like the spice and salt in the season, a man?
Aye, a minced man, and then to be baked with no date in the pie, for then the man's date's out.
Oh, you are such a woman! One knows not at what ward you lie.
Upon my back to defend my belly, upon my wit to defend my wiles, upon my secrecy to defend mine honesty, my mask to defend my beauty, and you to defend all these. And at all these wards I lie at 1,000 watches.
Say one of your watches.
Nay, I'll watch you for that, and that's one of the chiefest of them too. If I cannot ward what I would not have hit, I can watch you for telling how I took the blow. Unless it is swell past hiding, then it's past watching.
Oh, you are such another!
Sir, my lord would instantly speak to you.
But where?
At your own house. There he unarms you.
Good boy, tell him I come. I doubt he be hurt. Fare ye well, good niece.
Adieu, uncle.
I'll be with you, niece, by and by.
To bring, uncle?
Aye, a token from Troilus.
By the same token, you are a bawd. Words, vows, gifts, tears, and love's full sacrifice he offers in another's enterprise. But more in Troilus thousandfold I see than the glass eye of Pandar's praise may be. Yet hold I off. Women are angels wooing. Things won are done. Joy's soul lies in the doing. That she beloved knows not that knows not this. Men prize the thing ungained more than it is. That she was never yet that ever knew love got so sweet as when desire did sue. Therefore this maxim out of love I teach. Achievement is command, ungained beseech. And though my heart's content firm love doth bear, nothing of that shall from my eyes appear.
Scene 3, the Grecian camp, before Agamemnon's tent.
Princes, what grief has set the jaundice on your cheeks? It is not matter new to us that we come short our suppose so far that after 7 years' siege yet Troy walls stand. Why then, you princes, do you with cheeks abashed behold our works and call them shames?
Agamemnon, thou great commander, nerve and bone of Greece, heart of our numbers, soul and only spirit, in whom the tempers and the minds of all should be shut up. Hear what Ulysses speaks.
Speak, Prince of Ithaca.
Troy, yet upon his basis had been down, and the great Hector's sword had lacked a master, but for these instances the specialty of rule hath been neglected. And look, how many Grecian tents do stand, hollow upon this plain, so many hollow factions. When that the general is not like the hive, to whom the foragers shall all repair, what honey is expected. Degree being visited, and unworthiest shows as fairly in the mask, the heavens themselves, the planets, and this center observe degree, priority and place, office and custom, in all line of order. But when the planets in evil mixture to disorder wander, what plagues and what portents, what mutiny, what raging of the sea, shaking of earth, commotion of the winds! Fright, changes, horrors divert and crack, rend and disintegrate the unity and married calm of states quite from their fixture. Oh, when degree is shaked, which is the ladder to all high designs, the enterprise is sick. Take but degree away, untune that string, and hark what discord follows. The generals disdained by him one step below, he by the next, and that next by him beneath. So every step exampled by the first pace that is sick of his superior grows to an envious fever of pale and bloodless emulation. And 'tis this fever that keeps Troy on foot, not her own sinews. To end a tale of length, Troy in our weakness stands, not in her strength.
Most wisely hath Ulysses here discovered the fever whereof all our power is sick.
The nature of the sickness found, Ulysses. What is the remedy?
The great Achilles, whom opinion crowns the sinew and the forehand of our host, having his ears full to his airy fame, grows dainty of his worth, and in his tent lies mocking our designs with Patroclus. Upon a lazy bed the livelong day breaks scurril jests, and with ridiculous and awkward action, which slanderer he imitation calls, he pageants us. Sometime great Agamemnon, thy topless deputation he puts on, and like a strutting player he acts thy greatness. At this fusty stuff, the large Achilles on his pressed bed lolling, from his deep chest laughs out a loud applause, cries, "Excellent, 'tis Agamemnon just. Now play me Nestor, hem, and stroke my beard. Yet God Achilles still cries, excellent, 'tis Nestor right. Now play me Patroclus." arming to answer in a night alarm, and in this fashion all our abilities, gifts, nature's shapes, achievements, plots, orders, prevention, success or loss, what is or not, serves as stuff for these two to make paradoxes.
And in the imitation of these twain, who, as Ulysses says, opinion crowns with an imperial voice, many are infect. Ajax is grown self-willed, and bears his head in such a vein, in full as proud a place as broad Achilles, keeps his tent like him, makes factious feasts, rails on our state of war, bold as an oracle, and sets Thersites, a slave, whose gall coins slander like a mint, to match us in comparisons with dirt, to weaken and discredit our exposure, how rank soe'er rounded in with danger.
What would you for a tent?
Is this great Agamemnon's tent, I pray you?
Even this.
How may a stranger to those most imperial looks know them from eyes of other mortals? I ask that I might wake in reverence and bid the cheek be ready with a blush. Which is that god in office guiding men? Which is the high and mighty Agamemnon?
Sir, you of Troy, call you yourself Aeneas?
Aye, Greek, that is my name.
What's your affair, I pray you?
Sir, pardon, 'tis for Agamemnon's ears.
Speak frankly as the wind. It is not Agamemnon's sleeping hour. He is awake, he tells thee, though, himself.
Trumpet blow loud. Send thy brass voice through all these lazy tents, and every Greek of metal let him know what Troy means fairly shall be spoke aloud. We have, great Agamemnon, here in Troy a prince called Hector, who in this dull and long-continued truce is rusty grown. He bade me take a trumpet and to this purpose speak. Kings, princes, lords, if there be one among the fairest of Greece that holds his honor higher than his ease, that seeks his praise more than he fears his peril, that knows his valor and knows not his fear, to him this challenge. Hector will tomorrow with his trumpet call, midway between your tents and walls of Troy, to rouse a Grecian that is true in love. If any come, Hector shall honor him. If none, he'll stay in Troy when he retires. The Grecian dames are sunburnt and not worth the splinter of a lance, even so much.
If none else, I am he.
Tell him, Nestor, one that was a woman when Hector's grandsire sucked. She is now old, but my lady was fairer than his grandam.
Now heavens forbid such scarcity of youth.
Amen.
Fair Lord Aeneas, let me touch your hand. To our pavilion shall I lead you, sir. Achilles shall have word of this intent. So shall each lord of Greece, from tent to tent. Yourself shall feast with us before you go, and find the welcome of a noble foe.
Nestor,
What says Ulysses?
I have a young conception in my brain. Be you my time to bring it to some shape. The seated pride that hath to this maturity blown up in rank Achilles must now be cropped.
Well, and how?
This challenge that the gallant Hector sends, however it is spread in general name, relates in purpose only to Achilles. But 'tis meet, Achilles meet, not Hector. Do not consent that ever Hector and Achilles meet. What glory our Achilles shares from Hector, were he not proud, we all should share with him. But he already is too insolent, and we were better part in Afric's sun than in the pride and salt scorn of his eyes. Should he 'scape Hector fair? If he were foiled, why then we did our main opinion crush, in taint of our best man. No, make a lottery, and, by device, let blockish Ajax draw the sword to fight with Hector. If the dull, brainless Ajax comes safe off, we'll dress him up in voices. If he fail, yet go we under our opinion still that we are better men. But, hit or miss, our project's life, this shape of sense assumes. Ajax, employed, plucks down Achilles' plume.
Ulysses, now I begin to relish thy advice, and I will give a taste of it forthwith to Agamemnon. Go we to him straight. Two curs shall tame each other. Pride alone must tear the mastiffs on, as 'twere their bone.
Act 2, Scene 1, a part of the Grecian camp.
Thersites.
Agamemnon. How if he had boils full all over, generally,
Thersites.
and those boils did run? Say so. Did not the general one? Then were that not a bocce core?
Ugh.
Then would come some matter from him. I see none now.
Thou bitch wolf's son, canst thou not hear? Feel, then. Beat thee into handsomeness.
Oh, I shall sooner rail thee into wit and holiness. But I think thy horse will sooner con an oration than thou learn a prayer without book.
Toadstool, learn me the proclamation.
Thou art proclaimed a fool, I think.
Do not, Turpentine, do not. My fingers itch.
I would thou didst itch from head to foot, and I had the scratching of thee. I would make thee the loathsomest scab in Greece.
I say, the proclamation.
Thou grumblest and railest every hour on Achilles, and thou art as full of envy at his greatness as Cerberus is at Proserpine's beauty. Aye, that thou barkst at him.
Mistress Thersites.
Thou shouldst strike him. He would pun thee into shivers with his fist, as a sailor breaks a biscuit.
You whoreson cur, thou stool for a witch.
Aye, do, thou sodden witted lord! Thou hast no more brain than I have in my elbow! Thou scurvy valiant ass! Thou art here but to thrash Trojans! Thou thing of no bowels, though!
Dog!
You scurvy lord!
You cur!
Why, how now, Ajax? Wherefore do you thus? How now, Thersites? What's the matter, man?
You see him there, do you?
Aye, what's the matter?
Nay, look upon him!
So I do. What's the matter?
Nay, but regard him well.
Well, why, I do so.
Yeah, but yet you look not well upon him, for whosoever you take him to be, he is Ajax.
I know that fool.
Aye, but the fool knows not himself.
Therefore I beat thee.
Lo! Oh, what modicums of wit he utters! I have bobbed his brain more than he has beat my bones. I will buy 9 sparrows for a penny, and his pia mater is not worth the 9th part of a sparrow. This lord Achilles, Ajax, who wears his wit and his belly and his guts in his head, I'll tell you what I say of him.
What?
I say, this Ajax.
Nay, good Ajax.
Hath not so much wit.
Nay, I must hold you.
As well stop the eye of Helen's needle for whom he comes to fight.
Peace, fool.
Oh, I would have peace and quietness, but the fool will not. He there, that he, look you there.
Oh, thou damned cur, I shall...
Will you set your wit to a fool's?
No, I warrant you, for a fool's will shame it.
Good words, Thersites.
What's the quarrel?
I bade the vile owl go learn me the tenor of the proclamation, and he rails upon me.
I serve thee not.
Well, go to.
I serve here voluntarily.
Your last servants was sufferance. 'Twas not voluntary. No man is beaten voluntary. Ajax was here, the voluntary, and you as under an impress.
Yeah, e'en so. A great deal of your wit, too, lies in your sinews. Hector shall have a great catch if he knock out either of your brains. He were as good crack a fusty nut with no kernel.
What? With me too, Thersites?
Ulysses and old Nestor, whose wit was moldy ere your grandsires had nails on their toes, yoke you like draft oxen and make you plow up the wars.
I will cut out your tongue.
'Tis no matter, I shall speak as much as thou afterwards.
No more words, Thersites, please.
Oh, I will hold my peace when Achilles' bitch bids me, will I?
There's for you, Patroclus.
Oh, I will see you hanged like clodpoles ere I come any more to your tents. I will keep where there is wit stirring and leave the faction of fools.
Good riddance.
Marry this, sir, is proclaimed through all our hosts. That Hector, by the 5th hour of the sun, will with a trumpet twixt our tents and Troy tomorrow morning call some knight to arms that hath a stomach, and such a one that dare maintain I know not what. 'Tis trash. Farewell.
Farewell. Who shall answer him?
I know not. 'Tis put to lottery. Otherwise he knew his man.
Oh, meaning you. I will go learn more of it.
Act 2, Scene 2. Troy, Priam's palace.
After so many hours, lives, speeches spent, thus once again says Nestor from the Greeks, deliver Helen and all damage else shall be struck off. Hector, what say you two?
Though no man lesser fears the Greeks than I, as far as toucheth my particular, yet dread Priam. There is no lady of more softer bowels, more spongy to suck in the sense of fear, more ready to cry out, who knows what follows, than Hector is. The wound of peace is surety, surety secured, but modest doubt is called the beacon of the wise, the tent that searches to the bottom of the worst. Let Helen go. Since the first sword was drawn about this question, every tithe soul mongst many thousand Dismas hath been as dear as Helen, I mean, of ours. If we have lost so many tenths of ours, to guard a thing not ours, nor worth to us, had it to our name the value of 1/10, what merits in the action the reason which denies the yielding of her own?
Fie, my brother. Weigh you the worth and honor of a king so great as our dread father in a scale of common ounces? Will you with counter sum the past proportion of his infinite, and buckle in a waist most fathomless with spans and inches so diminutive as fears and reasons? Fie, for godly shame.
No marvel, though you bite so sharp at reasons, you are so empty of them. Should not our Father bear the great affairs with reasons, because your speech hath none that tells him so?
You are for dreams and slumbers, brother priest. You fur your gloves with reason. Here are your reasons. You know an enemy intends you harm. You know a word employed is perilous. And reason flies the object of all harm. Who marvels then when Helenus beholds a Grecian and his sword, if he do set the very wings of reason to his heels and fly like chiding Mercury from Jove, or like a star disorbed? Nay, if we talk of reason, let's shut our gates and sleep. Reason and respect make livers pale and lustihood deject.
Brother, she is not worth what she doth cost the holding.
What is aught, but as 'tis valued?
But value dwells not in particular will. It holds its estimate and dignity as well within her precious of itself, as in the prize it. 'Tis mad idolatry to make the service greater than the god, and the will dotes that is attributive to what infectiously itself affects, without some image of the affected merit.
We turn not back the silks upon the merchant when we have soiled them, nor the remainder viands. We do not throw in unrespective sieve because we now are full. It was thought meet Paris would do some vengeance on the Greeks. Your breath of full consent bellied his sails. He brought a Grecian queen whose youth and freshness wrinkles Apollo's and makes stale the morning. Why keep we her? Is she worth keeping? If you will avouch 'twas wisdom, Paris went, as you must needs, for you all cried, go, go! If you'll confess he brought home noble prize, as you must needs, for you all clapped your hands and cried, inestimable! Why do you now the issue of your proper wisdom's rate, and do a deed that fortune never did? Beggar the estimation which you prized richer than sea and land. Oh, theft most base, that we have stolen what we do fear to keep. But thieves, unworthy of a thing so stolen that in their country did them that disgrace, we fear to warrant in our native place.
Cry, Trojans, cry!
What noise? What shriek is this?
'Tis our mad sister. I do know her voice.
Cry, Trojans!
It is Cassandra.
Cry, Trojans, cry! Lend me 10,000 eyes, and I will fill them with prophetic tears.
Peace, sister, peace.
Virgins and boys, mid-age and wrinkled elves, soft infancy, that nothing canst but cry add to my clamors. Let us pay betimes a moiety of that mass of moan to come. Cry, Trojans, cry, practice your eyes with tears. Troy must not be, nor goodly Ilion stand. Our firebrand brother, Paris, burns us all. Cry, Trojans, cry, a Helen and a woe. Cry, cry, Troy burns, or else let Helen go.
Now, youthful Troilus, do not these high strains of divination in our sister work some touches of remorse? Or is your blood so madly hot that no discourse of reason nor fear of bad success in a bad cause can qualify the same?
Hector. Cassandra's mad. Her brain-sick raptures cannot distaste the goodness of a quarrel which hath our several honors all engaged to make it gracious.
I attest the gods your full consent gave wingings to my propension and cut off all fears attending on so dire a project. Paris should ne'er retract what he hath done, nor faint in the pursuit.
Paris, you speak like one besotted on your own sweet delights. You have the honey still, but these the gall. So to be valiant is no praise at all.
Sir, I propose not merely to myself the pleasure such a beauty brings with it, but I would have that soil of her fair rape wiped off, in honorable keeping her. What reason were it to the ransacked queen, disgrace to your great worst and shame to me, now to deliver her possession up on terms of base compulsion? Can it be that so degenerate a strain as this should once set footing in your generous bosoms? There's not the meanest spirit on our party without a heart to dare or sword to draw when Helen is defended, nor none so noble whose life were ill bestowed or death unfamed where Helen is the subject. Then I say, well may we fight for her whom we know well the world's large spaces cannot parallel.
Paris and Troilus, you have both said well, and on the cause in question now in hand have glozed, but superficially. The reasons you allege do more conduce to the hot passion of distempered blood than to make up a free determination twixt right and wrong. Nature caves, all dues to be rendered to their owners. Now, what nearer debt in all humanity than wife is to the husband? If Helen then be wife to Sparta's king, as it is known she is, these moral laws of nature and of nations speak aloud to have her back returned. Thus, to persist in doing wrong extenuates not wrong, but makes it much more heavy. Hector's opinion is this in way of truth. Yet, nevertheless, my sprightly brethren, I propend to you in resolution to keep Helen still, for 'tis a cause that hath no mean dependence upon our joint and several dignities.
Why, there you touch the life of our design. Were it not glory that we more affected than the performance of our heaving spleens, I would not wish a drop of Trojan blood spent more in her defense. But, worthy Hector, she is a theme of honor and renown, a spur to valiant and magnanimous deeds, whose present courage may beat down our foes, and fame in time to come canonize us. For I presume, brave Hector would not lose so rich advantage of a promised glory as smiles upon the forehead of his action for the wide world's revenue.
I am yours, you valiant offspring of great Priamus. I have a roisting challenge that amongst the dun and factious nobles of the Greeks will strike amazement to their drowsy spirits. I was advertised their great general slept, while stimulation in the army crept. This, I presume, will wake him.
Act 3, Scene 3. The Grecian camp before Achilles' tent.
How now, Thersites? What? Lost in the labyrinth of thy fury? Shall the elephant Ajax carry it thus? He beats me. Oh, and I rail at him. Oh, worthy satisfaction. Would it were otherwise, that I could beat him while he railed at me. Foot. I'll learn to conjure and raise devils, but I'll see some issue of my spiteful execrations. Oh, and then there's Achilles, a rare engineer. If Troy be not taken till these two undermine it, the walls will stand till they fall of themselves. What ho, my lord Achilles!
Who's there?
Oh.
Thersites! Good Thersites, come in and rail.
If I could have remembered a gilt counterfeit, thou wouldst not have slipped out of my contemplation, but it is no matter. Thyself upon thyself. The common curse of mankind, folly and ignorance be thine in great revenue. Where's Achilles?
Who's there?
Thersites, my lord.
Where? Where art thou come? Why, my cheese, my digestion, my... Why hast thou not served thyself into my table so many meals? Come, what's Agamemnon?
Thy commander, Achilles. Then tell me, Patroclus, what's Achilles?
Thy lord, Thersites. Then tell me, I pray thee, what's thyself?
Thy knower, Patroclus. Then tell me, Patroclus, what art thou?
Thou mayest tell that knowest.
Oh, tell.
Now decline the whole question. Agamemnon commands Achilles. Achilles is my lord. I am Patroclus' knower, and Patroclus is a fool.
You rascal!
Peaceful, I have not done.
Proceed, Thersites.
Agamemnon is a fool, Achilles is a fool, Thersites is a fool, and as foresaid, Patroclus is a fool.
Derive this. Come.
Agamemnon is a fool to offer to command Achilles. Achilles is a fool to be commanded of Agamemnon. Thersites is a fool to serve such a fool. And Patroclus is a fool positive.
Wait, why am I a fool?
Make that demand of the Creator. It suffice me thou art. Oh, look you, who comes here?
Patroclus, I'll speak with nobody. Come in with me, Thersites.
Here is such patchery, such juggling, and such knavery. All the argument is a cuckold and a whore. A good quarrel to draw emulous factions and bleed to death upon. War and lechery confound all.
Where is Achilles?
Within his tent, but ill-disposed, my lord.
Well, let it be known to him that we are here. He sent our messengers, and we lay by our appertainments, visiting of him. Let him be told so, lest perchance he think we dare not move the question of our place, or know not what we are.
I shall say so to him.
We saw him at the opening of his tent. He is not sick.
Yes, lion sick. Sick of proud heart. You may call it melancholy if you favor the man. My head, 'tis pride. But why? Why? Let him show us the cause. A word, my lord.
What moves Ajax thus to bay at him?
Achilles hath inveigled his fool from him.
Who? Thersites?
He?
Then will Ajax lack matter if he have lost his argument.
No, you see, he is his argument that has his argument. Achilles.
All the better. Their fraction is more our wish than their faction, but it was a strong composure a fool could disunite.
The amity that wisdom knits not, folly may easily untie. Here comes Patroclus.
No Achilles with him.
The elephant hath joints, but none for courtesy. His legs are legs for necessity, not for flexure.
Achilles bids me say, he is much sorry, if anything more than your sport and pleasure did move your greatness and this noble state to call upon him. He hopes it is no other but for your health and your digestion's sake and after dinner breath.
Hear you, Patroclus. We are too well acquainted with these answers. We come to speak with him, and you shall not sin if you do say we think him over-proud and under-honest. Self-assumption greater than in the note of judgment. Go tell him this, and add that if he overhold his price so much, will none of him. Tell him so.
I shall, and bring his answer presently.
In second voice will not be satisfied. We come to speak with him. Ulysses, enter you.
What is he more than another?
No more than what he thinks he is.
Is he so much? Do you not think he thinks himself a better man than I am?
Oh, no question.
Will you subscribe his thought and say he is?
No, noble Ajax. You are as strong, as valiant, as wise, no less noble, much more gentle, and altogether more tractable.
Why should a man be proud? How doth pride grow? I know not what pride is.
Oh, your mind is clearer, Ajax, and your virtues the fairer. He that is proud eats up himself. Pride is his own glass, his own trumpet, his own chronicle, and whatever praises itself but in the deed devours the deed in the praise.
I do hate a proud man, as I hate the engendering of toads.
Achilles will not to the field tomorrow.
What's his excuse?
He doth rely on none, but carries on the stream of his dispose, without observance of any respect of any, in will peculiar and in self-admission.
Why will he not upon our fair request untent his person and share the air with us?
Things small as nothing, for request's sake only. He makes important, possessed he is with greatness, and speaks not to himself, but with a pride that quarrels at his self-breath. Imagined worth holds in his blood such swollen hot discourse, that twixt his mental and his active parts, kingdomed Achilles' is commotion rages, and batters down himself. What should I say? He is so plaguy, proud, that the death tokens of it cry, no recovery.
Let Ajax go to him. Dear Lord, go you and greet him in his tent. 'Tis said he holds you well, and will be led at your request a little from himself.
Oh, Agamemnon, let it not be so. We'll consecrate the steps that Ajax makes when they go from Achilles. Shall the proud lord that bastes his arrogance with his own seam and never suffers matter of the world enter his thoughts, save such as do revolve and ruminate himself, shall be worshipped of that we hold an idol more than he. No, this thrice worthy and right valiant lord must not so stale his palm nobly acquired by going to Achilles. That were to enlard his fat already pride. This lord, go to him. Jupiter forbid, and say in thunder, Achilles, go to him!
If I go to him with my armed fist, I'll pass him o'er the face.
Oh no, you shall not go.
And he be proud with me, I'll fease his pride when we go to him.
Not for the worth that hangs upon our quarrel.
The paltry, insolent fellow. I will knead him. Supple.
Thank the heavens, Lord, thou art of sweet composure. Praise him that got thee, she that gave thee suck, famed by thy tutor, and thy parts of nature thrice famed, beyond all erudition. There is no tarrying here. The heart Achilles keeps thicket. Please, it our great general to call together all his state of war. Fresh kings are come to Troy. Tomorrow we must, with all our main of power, stand fast. And here's a lord. Come, knights from east to west, and cull their flower. Ajax shall cope the best.
Go we to council. Let Achilles sleep. Light boats sail swift, though greater hulls draw deep.
Act 3, Scene 1. Troy, Priam's palace.
Friend, pray you, a word. Do you not follow the young Lord Paris?
Aye, sir, when he goes before me.
You know me, do you not?
Hey, sir, superficially.
Friend, know me better. I am Lord Pandarus.
I hope I shall know your honor better.
Oh, I do not desire it. What music is this?
I do but partly know, sir. It is music in parts.
Know you who they play to?
To the hearers, sir.
At whose pleasure, friend?
Mine, sir, and theirs that love music.
Friend, we understand not one another. I am too courtly, and thou art too cunning. At whose requests do these men play?
That to it indeed, sir. Marry, sir, at the request of Paris, my lord, who's there in person, and with him the mortal Venus, the heart blood of beauty, the love's invisible soul.
Who? My cousin Cressida.
No, sir, Helen, who could thou not find out by her attributes?
It should seem, fellow, that thou hast not seen Lady Cressida. I come to speak with Paris from the Prince Troilus. Fair be you, my lord, and all of this fair company, fair to desires, in all fair measure, fairly guide them, especially to you, fair queen. Fair thoughts be to your fair fellow.
Dear Lord, you are full of fair words.
My lord, will you vouchsafe me a word? My dear lord and most esteemed friend, your brother, Troilus, commands himself most affectionately to you. And to you, and my lord, he desires you, that if the king call for him at supper, you will make his excuse.
What exploits in hand? Where sups he tonight?
You must know where he sups.
I'll lay with life with Cressida.
No, such matter. You are wide.
Well, I'll make excuse.
Aye, good my lord. What should you say, Cressida?
I spy.
You spy? What do you spy? Come, I'll hear no more of this. I'll sing you a song now.
Aye, prithee now. By my troth, sweet lord, thou hast a fine forehead. Let thy song be love. This love will undo us all. Oh, Cupid, Cupid, Cupid.
Love! That it shall invade.
Aye, good now. Love. Love nothing but love.
In good troth it begins so. Love, love, nothing but love, still more. For love's bow shoots buck and doe. The shaft commands, not that it wounds, but tickles still the sore. Those lovers cry, oh, they die. Yet that seems the wound to kill, it doth turn to ha ha he. So dying love lives still. Why? But ha ha ha. Oh, groans out for ha ha. Hi ho.
In love, i'faith, to the very of the nose.
He eats nothing but doves, love, and that breeds hot blood, and hot blood begets hot thoughts, and hot thoughts beget hot deeds, and hot deeds is love.
Is this the generation of love? Hot blood, hot thoughts, and hot deeds. Why, they are vipers. Is love a generation of vipers? Sweet Lord, who's afield today?
Hector, Deiphobus, Helenus, Antenor, and all the gallantry of Troy. I would fain have armed today, but my Nell would not have it so. How chance my brother Troilus went not?
He hangs the lip at something. You know all, Lord Pandarus.
Oh, not I, honey sweet queen. I long to hear how they sped today. You'll remember your brother's excuse.
To a hair.
Farewell, sweet queen.
Commend me to your niece.
Oh, I will, sweet queen.
Act 3, Scene 2. Troy, Pandarus's orchard.
How now? Have you seen my cousin?
No, Pandarus, I stalk about the door like a strange soul upon the Stygian bank staying for waftage. Oh, gentle Pandarus, from Cupid's shoulder pluck his painted wings and fly with me to Cressid.
Walk here in the orchard, I'll bring her straight.
I am giddy. Expectation whirls me round. The imaginary relish is so sweet that it enchants my sense. What will it be when that the watery palate tastes indeed love's thrice reputed nectar? Death, I fear me, swooning destruction, or some joy too fine, too subtle potent, too sharp in sweetness for the capacity of my rude powers. I feared much.
She's making her ready. She'll come straight. You must be witty now. Oh. She does so blush and fetches her wind so short as if she were frayed with the spirit. I'll fetch her. It is the prettiest villain. She fetches her breath as short as a new tentum sparrow.
Even such a passion doth embrace my bosom. My heart beats thicker than a feverous pulse, and all my powers do their bestowing lose, like visage at unawares encountering the eye of majesty.
Come. What need you blush? Shame's the baby. Here she is now. Swear the oath to her that you have sworn to me. What? Are you gone again? You must be wretched, or you be made tame, must you? Calm your ways, and you draw backward, you'll put you in the fills. Why do you not speak to her? Come, draw the curtain, and let's see your picture. Last a day, how loath you are offended to daylight. Toward dark, you'd close sooner. So, rub on and kiss the mistress. How now, a kiss and a fee farm. I build thee, carpenter, the air is sweet. Nay, you shall fight your hearts out, or I part you, the falcon and tercel, for all the docks in the river. Go to!
You have bereft me of all words, lady.
Oh, words pay no debts. Give her deeds, but she'll bereave you of the deeds too. If she calls your activity into question, what billing again? Hearing the witness, wherefore the parties interchangeably. Come in, come in. I'll go get a fire.
Will you walk in, my lord?
Cressida, how often have I wished me thus?
Wished, my lord. The gods grant. Oh, my lord.
But what should they grant? What makes this pretty abruption? What too curious drag espies my lady in the fountain of our love?
What dregs than water, if my fear have eyes?
Fears make devils of cherubims. They never see truly.
Blind fear that seeing reason leads, finds safer footing than blind reason stumbling without fear. To fear the worst oft cures the worse.
Oh. Let my lady apprehend no fear. In all Cupid's pageant, there is presented no monster.
Or nothing monstrous neither?
Nothing. But our undertaking, we vow to weep seas, live in fire, eat rocks, tame tigers, thinking it harder for our mistress to devise imposition enough than for us to undergo any difficulty imposed. This is the monstrosity in love, lady, that the will is infinite and the execution confined, that the desire is boundless and the act a slave to limit.
They say all lovers swear more performance than they are able, and it reserve an ability that they never perform. Vowing more than the perfection of 10, discharging less than the 10th part of 1. They that have the voice of lions and the act of hares, are they not monsters?
Are there such? Such are not we. Praise us as we are tested. Allow us, we prove. Our head shall go bare till merit crown it. No perfection in reversion shall have a praise in present. We will not name desert before his birth. And being born, his edition shall be humble. Few words to fair faith. TROILUS shall be such to Cressida as what envy can say worst shall be a mock for his truth, and what truth can speak truest, not truer than TROILUS.
Will you walk in, my lord?
What? Blushing still? Have you not done talking yet?
Oh, uncle, what folly I commit, I dedicate to you.
Oh, I thank you for that. If the Lord get a boy of you, you give him to me.
You know now your hostages, your uncle's word and my firm faith.
Nay, I'll give my word for her too. Our kindred, though they be long ere they are wooed, they are constant being one. They are birds, I can tell you. They'll stick where they are thrown.
Boldness comes to me now and brings me heart. Prince TROILUS, I have loved you night and day for many weary months.
Why was my Cressida then so hard to win?
Hard to seem one, but I was one, my lord. With a first glance that ever... Pardon me. If I confess much, you will play the tyrant. I love you now, but not till now so much that I might master it. In faith, I lie. My thoughts were like unbridled children grown too headstrong for their mother. See, we fools, why have I blabbed? Who shall be so true to us when we are so unsecret to ourselves? But though I loved you well, I wooed you not. Yet in good faith, I wished myself a man, that we women had men's privilege of speaking first. Sweet, bid me hold my tongue, for in this rapture I shall surely speak the thing I shall repent. See your silence, cunning and dumbness, for my weakness draws my very soul of counsel. Stop my mouth.
And shall, albeit sweet music issues thence.
My lord, I do beseech you pardon me. 'Tis not my purpose thus to beg a kiss. I'm ashamed. Heavens, what have I done? For this time I will take my leave, my lord.
Your leave, sweet Cressid. What offends you, lady?
Sir, mine own company.
You cannot shun yourself.
Let me go and try. I have a kind of self resides with you, but an unkind self that itself will leave to be another's fool. I would be gone. Where is my wit? I know not what I speak. Chance, my lord, I show more craft than love, and fell so roundly to a large confession to angle for your thoughts. But you are wise, or else you might love not. For to be wise and love exceeds man's might, that dwells with the gods above.
So, that I thought it could be in a woman, as, if it can, I will presume in you. To feed for aye her lamping flames of love, to keep her constancy and plight in youth, outliving beauty's outward with a mind that doth renew swifter than blood decays. Or that persuasion could but this convince me, that my integrity and truth to you might be affronted with the matching weight of such a winnowed purity and love. How are I then uplifted? But alas, I am as true as truth's simplicity and simpler than the infancy of truth.
That I'll war with you.
Oh, virtuous flight. When right with right wars, who shall be most right? True swains in love shall in the world to come approve their truths by troves. When their rhymes, full of protest, of oath and big compare, want similes, truths hired with iteration as true as still, as planted to the moon, as sun to day, as turtle to her mate, as iron to adamant, as earth to the century. Yet, after all comparisons of truth, as truth's authentic author to be cited, as true as TROILUS shall crown up the verse and sanctify the numbers.
Prophet may you be. If I be false, or swerve a hair from truth, when time is old and hath forgot itself, when water drops have worn the stones of Troy, and blind oblivion swallowed city-ups and mighty states characterless are graded to dusty nothing, yet let memory, from false to false, among false maids in love, upbraid my falsehood. When they've said, as false as air, as water, wind, or sandy earth, as fox to lamb, as wolf to heifer calf, pard to the hind, or step dame to her son, yea, let them say, to stick the heart of falsehood, as false as Cressid.
Go to! A bargain is made. Seal it. Seal it. I'll be the witness. Here, I hold your hand. Here, my cousins. If you ever prove false to one another, since I have taken such pains to bring you together, that all pitiful goers between be called to the world's end after my name. Call them all panders. Let all constant men be Troiluses, and all false women be Cressidas, and all brokers between panders. I say amen.
Amen.
And
amen. Whereupon I will show you a chamber with a bed. Which bed? Because it shall not speak of your pretty encounters. Press it to death. Away. And Cupid grant you all the tongue-tied maidens here bedchamber pardon to provide this gift.
Act 3, Scene 3, the Grecian camp before Achilles' tent.
Now, princes, for the service I have done you, the advantage of time prompts me aloud to call for recompense. I have abandoned Troy, left my possession, incurred a traitor's name, exposed myself from certain and possessed conveniences to doubtful fortunes, sequestering from me all that time, acquaintance, custom, and condition made tame and most familiar to my nature, and here to do you service and become as new to the world, strange, unacquainted. I do beseech you, as in a way of taste, to give me now a little benefit out of those many registered in promise, which you say live to come in my behalf.
What wouldst thou of us, Trojan? Make demand.
You have a Trojan prisoner called Antenor, yesterday took. Troy holds him very dear. Oft have you, thanks therefore, desired my Cressid in right exchange, whom Troy hath still denied. But this Antenor, I know, is such a rest in their affairs that their negotiations all must slack, wanting his manager, and they will almost, oh dear God, they will almost give us a prince of the blood, a son of Priam, in exchange of him. Let him be sent, great princes, and he shall buy my daughter, and her presence shall quite strike off all the service I have done in most accepted pain.
Let Diomedes bear him, and bring us Cressid hither. Calchas shall have what he requests of us. Good Diomed, furnish you fairly for this interchange. Withal bring word if Hector will tomorrow be answered in his challenge. Ajax is ready.
This I shall undertake, and 'tis a burden which I am proud to bear.
Achilles stands in the entrance of his tent. Please it our general to pass strangely by him, as if he were forgot, and princes all lay negligent and loose regard upon him. I will come last. 'Tis like he'll question me, why such unplausive eyes are bent on him. If so, I have derision medicinable to use between our strangeness and his pride, which is his own shall have desire to drink. It may be good. Pride hath no other glass to show itself but pride, for supple knees feed arrogance, and are the proud man's feet.
We'll execute your purpose and put on a form of strangeness as we pass along. So do each lord, and either greet him not, or else disdainfully, which shall shake him more than if not looked on. I will lead the way.
Play.
What, comes the general to speak with me? You know my mind. I'll fight no more against Troy.
Oh, what says Achilles? Would he aught with us?
Would you, my lord, aught with the general?
No.
Nothing, my lord?
The better.
Good day, good day.
How do you? How do you?
What does the cuckold scorn me?
How now, Patroclus?
Good morrow, Ajax.
Ha!
Good morrow.
Aye, and the good next day.
What mean these fellows? Know they not Achilles?
They pass by strangely. They were used to bend to send their smiles before them to Achilles, to come as humbly as they used to creep to holy altars.
What? Am I poor of late? 'Tis certain greatness once fallen out with fortune must fall out with men too. What the declined is, he shall as soon read in the eyes of others as feel in his own fall. For men, like butterflies, show not their mealy wings, but to summer, and not a man for being simply man hath any honor, but honor for those honors that are without him, as place, riches, favor, prizes of accident as oft as merit, which when they fall, as being slippery standards, they love that the love that leaned on them is slippery too. Do one pluck down another, and together die in the fall. But 'tis not so with me. Fortune and I are friends. I do enjoy at ample point all that I do possess. At ample point all that I did possess, save these men's looks, who do, methinks, find out something not worth in me such rich beholding as they have often given. Here is Ulysses. I'll interrupt his reading. Hey now, Ulysses, what are you reading?
A strange fellow here writes me, that man, how dearly ever parted, how much in having or without or in, cannot make boast to have that which he hath, nor feels not what he owes, but by reflection, as when his virtues shining upon others heat them, and they retort that heat again to the first giver.
This is not strange, Ulysses. The beauty that is born here in the face the bearer knows not, but commends itself to others' eyes. Nor doth the eye itself, the most pure spirit of sense, behold itself, not going from itself, but eye to eye opposed salutes each other with each other's form. For speculation turns not into itself, till it hath traveled and is married there, where it may see itself. This is not strange at all.
I do not strain at the position. It is familiar, but at the author's drift, who, in his circumstance, expressly proves that no man is the lord of anything, though in and of him there be much consisting, till he communicate his parts to others. Nor doth he of himself know them for aught, till he behold them formed in the applause, where they are extended, who like an arch reverberate the voice again, or like a great gate of steel, fronting the sun, receives the renders back his figure and his heat. I was much rapt in this, and apprehended here immediately the unknown Ajax. Heavens, what a man is there, a very horse, that he knows not what nature, what things there are most abject in regard and dear in use, what things again most dear in the esteem and poor in worth. Now shall we see tomorrow, and act that very chant the throw upon him, Ajax renowned. Oh heavens, what some men do, while some men leave to do. How some men creep in skittish fortune's hall, while others play the idiots in their eyes. How one man eats into another's pride, while pride is fasting in his wantonness. To see these Grecian lords, why even already they clap the lubber Ajax on the shoulder, as if his foot were on brave Hector's breast, and great Troy shrieking.
I do believe it, for they pass by me as misers do by beggars. Neither gave me to good word, nor look. What, are my deeds forgot?
Time hath, my lord, a wallet at his back, wherein he puts alms for oblivion, a great-sized monster of ingratitudes. These scraps are good deeds past, which are devoured as fast as they are made, forgot as soon as done. Perseverance, dear my lord, keeps honor bright. To have done is to hang quite out of fashion, like a rusty mail in monumental mockery. Take the instant way, for honor travels in a strait so narrow, where one but goes abreast. Keep then the path, for emulation hath 1,000 sons, that one by one pursue. If you give way, or hedge aside from the direct forthright, like to an entered tide, they all rush by and leave you hindmost. Or, like a gallant horse, fallen in first rank, lie there for pavement to the abject rear. o'errun and trampled on. Then what they do in present, though less than yours in past, must overtop yours. For time is like a fashionable host that slightly shakes his parting guest by the hand, and with his arms outstretched as wide as he would fly, grasps in the comer. Welcome ever smiles, and farewell goes out sighing. Oh, let not virtue seek remuneration for the thing it was. For beauty, wit, high birth, vigor of bone, desert in service, love, friendship, charity, are subjects all to envious and calumniating time. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin, that all with one consent praise newborn gods, though they are made and molded of things past, and give to dust that is a little guilt, more laud than guilt, or dusted. The present eye praises the present object. Then marvel not, thou great and complete man, that all Greeks begin to worship Ajax, since things in motion sooner catch the eye than that what not stirs. The cry went once on thee, and it still might, and yet may again, if thou wouldst not entomb thyself alive, encase thy reputation in thy tent. Whose glorious deeds, but in these fields of late, made emulous missions mongst the gods themselves, and drave great Mars to faction.
Of this, my privacy, I have strong reasons.
But 'gainst your privacy, the reasons are more potent and heroical. 'Tis known, Achilles, that you are in love with one of Priam's daughters.
Known.
Is that a wonder? The Providence that's in a watchful state knows almost every grain of Plutus gold, finds bottom in the incomprehensive deeps, keeps place with thought, and almost like the gods, does thoughts unveil in their dumb cradles. There is a mystery, with whom relation durst never meddle, in the soul of state, which hath an operation more divine than breath or pen can give expressor to. All the commerce that you have had with Troy, as perfectly as ours as yours, my lord, and better would it fit Achilles much to throw down Hector than Polyxena. But it must grieve young Pyrrhus, now at home, when fame shall in our island sound her trump, and all Greekish girls shall tripping sing, great Hector's sister did Achilles win, but our great Ajax bravely beat down him. Farewell, my lord. I, as your lover, speak. The fool slides o'er the ice that you should break.
To this effect, Achilles, have I moved you. A woman, impudent and mannish grown, is not more loath than an effeminate man in time of action. I stand condemned for this. They think my little stomach to the war and your great love for me restrains you thus. Sweet, rouse yourself, and the weak wanton Cupid shall from your neck unloose his amorous fold, and, like a dewdrop from the lion's mane, be shook to air.
Shall Ajax fight with Hector?
Aye, and perhaps receive much honor by him.
I see my reputation is at stake. My fame is truly gored.
Oh, then beware. Those wounds heal ill that men do give themselves. Omission to do what is necessary seals a commission to a blank danger, and danger, like an ague, suddenly taints, even then when we sit idly in the sun.
Go call Thersites hither, sweet Patroclus. I'll send the fool to Ajax and desire him to invite the Trojan lords after the combat to see us here unharmed. I have a woman's longing, an appetite that I am sick withal, to see great Hector in the weeds of peace, to talk with him and to behold his visage, even to my full of view.
A wonder!
What?
Ajax goes up and down the field. He must fight singly tomorrow with Hector, and is so prophetically proud of a heroical cudgeling that he raves in saying, nothing. The man's undone forever. For if Hector break not his neck in the combat, he'll break it himself in vain glory. He knows not me. I said, good morrow, Ajax. And he replies, thanks, Agamemnon. What think you of this man that takes me for the general? He's grown a very landfish, languageless, a monster.
Oh, thou must be my ambassador to him, Thersites.
Oh, Ida! He'll answer nobody. He professes not answering. Speaking is for beggars. He wears his tongue in his arms.
Come, thou shalt a better letter to him straight.
Let me bear another to his horse, for that's the more capable creature.
My mind is troubled, like a fountain stirred, and I myself see not the bottom of it.
Would the fountain of your mind were clear again, that I might water an ass at it. I had rather be a tick in a sheep than such valiant ignorance.
Act 4, Scene 1. Troy, a street near Pandarus's house.
Is the prince there in person? Had I so good an occasion to lie long as you, Prince Paris, nothing but heavenly business should rob my bedmate of my company.
That's my mind too. Good morning, Lord Aeneas.
A valiant Greek Aeneas, take his hand.
Health to you, valiant sir, during all question of the gentle truce, but when I meet you armed as black defiance as heart can think or courage execute.
Our bloods are now in calm, and so long health. But when contention and occasion meet, by Jove, I'll play the hunter for thy life, with all my force, pursuit, and policy.
And thou shalt hunt a lion that will fly with his face backward. In humane gentleness, welcome to Troy. We know each other well.
We do, and long to know each other worse.
This is the most despiteful, gentle greeting that e'er I heard of. What business, lord, so early?
I was sent for to the king, but why, I know not.
His purpose meets you. 'Twas to bring this Greek to Calix's house, and there to render him for the enfreed Antenor. The fair Cressid haste there before us. My brother Troilus lodges there tonight. Rouse him and give him note of our approach. I fear we shall be much unwelcome.
That I assure you. Troilus had rather Troy were born to Greece than Cressid born from Troy.
There is no help. The bitter disposition of the time will have it so. On, Lord, we'll follow you.
Good morrow all.
And tell me, noble Diomed, faith, tell me true, even in the soul of sound good fellowship, who, in your thoughts, merits fair Helen best? Myself or Menelaus?
Both alike. He merits well to have her that doth seek her, not making any scruple of her soiler. And you as well to keep her that defend her, not palating the taste of her dishonor. He, like pulling cuckold, would drink up the lees and dregs of a flat-tamed peace. You, like a lecher, out of whorish loins are pleased to breed out of your inheritors. Both merits poised, each weighs nor less nor more, but he as he the heavier for a whore.
You are too bitter to your countrywoman.
She's bitter to her country. Hear me, Paris. For every false drop in her body veins, a Grecian life hath sunk. For every scruple on her contaminated carrion weight, a Trojan hath been slain. Since she could speak, she hath not given so many good words breath, as for her Greeks and Trojans suffered death.
Sure, Diomed, you do as chapmen do, dispraise the thing that you desire to buy. But we in silence hold this virtue well. We'll but commend what we intend to sell. Here lies our way.
Act 4, Scene 2, Troy, the courtyard of Pandarus' house.
Dear, trouble not yourself, the morning's cold.
Call mine uncle down. He shall unbolt the gates.
Trouble him not. To bed, to bed. Sleep kill those pretty eyes, and give as soft attachment to thy senses as infants empty of all thought.
Are you weary of me?
Oh, Cressida, but that the busy day waked by the lark have roused the ribald crows, and dreaming night will hide our joys no longer. I would not from thee.
It hath been too brief.
Beshrew the witch with venomous whites. She stays as tediously as hell, but flies to grasps of love, with wings more momentary, swift in thought. You will catch cold and curse me.
Prithee, tarry. Your man will never tarry. A foolish Cressid. I might have still held off, and then you would have tarried.
How now? How now? How go maidenheads? Here you maid. Where's my cousin Cressida?
Go hang yourself, you naughty, mocking uncle. You bring me to do, and then you flout me, too.
To do what? To do what? Let her say what? What have I brought you to do?
Come, beshrew your heart. You'll neither be good nor suffer others.
Alas, poor wretch, has not slept tonight. Would he not, a naughty man, let it sleep?
Who's at that door? Good uncle, go and see. My lord, come you again into my chamber. You smile and mock me as I meant naughtily.
Ah!
Come, you are deceived. I think of no such thing. How earnestly they knock. Pray you, come in! I would not for half of Troy have seen you here.
Who's there? What's the matter? Will you beat down the door? How now? What's the matter?
Good morrow, Lord, good morrow.
Who's there? My lord Ninus? By my troth, I knew you not. What news with you so early?
Is not Prince Troilus here?
Here? What should he do here?
Come, he is here, my lord. Do not deny him. It doth import him much to speak with me.
Is he here, say you? 'Tis more than I know, I'll be sworn. For my own part, I came in late. What should he do here?
Nay, then. Come, you'll do him wrong ere you wear. You'll be so true to him to be false to him. Do not you know of him, but yet go fetch him hither. Go!
How now? What's the matter?
My lord, I scarce have leisure to salute you. My matter is so rash. There is at hand Paris, your brother, the Grecian Diomed and our Antenor, delivered to us, and for him forthwith, ere the first sacrifice within this hour, we must give up to Diomedes' hand the Lady Cressida.
Is it so concluded?
By Priam and the general state of Troy. They are at hand and ready to effect it.
All my achievements mock me. I will go meet them.
Is it possible? No sooner got but lost? Devil take Antenor. The young prince will go mad. A plague upon Antenor. I would they had broke his neck.
How now? What's the matter? Who is here?
Oh,
Sigh you so profoundly. Where's my lord? Gone? Tell me, sweet uncle, what's the matter?
would I were so deep under the earth as I am above.
Oh my God. What's the matter?
Prithee, get thee in. would thou hast never been born. I knew thou wouldst be his death. Oh, gentlemen, a plague upon Antenor.
Good uncle, I beseech you, on my knees, I beseech you, what's the matter?
Thou must be gone. Wenche, thou must be gone. Thou art charged for Antenor. Thou must to the father and be gone from Troilus. 'Twill be his death. 'Twill be his bane. He could not bear it.
Oh, you immortal gods. I will not go.
Thou must.
I will not, uncle. I have forgot my father. I know no touch of consanguinity, no kin, no love, no blood, no soul so near me as the sweet Troilus. Oh, you gods divine, may Cressid's name the very crown of falsehood if she ever leave Troilus. Time, force, death, do to this body what extremes you can, but the strong base and building of my love is at the very center of the earth, drawing all things to it. I'll go and weep. Tear my bright hair and scratch my praised cheeks, crack my clear voice with sobs, and break my heart with sounding Troilus. I will not go from Troy.
Act 4, Scene 3. Troy, in the street before Pandarus's house.
It is, and the hour prefixed of her delivery to this valiant Greek comes fast upon. Good, my brother Troilus, tell you the lady what she is to do, and haste her to the purpose.
Walk into her house. I'll bring her to the Grecian presently.
I know what 'tis to love, and would, as I shall pity, I could help. Please, you walk in, my lords.
Be moderate. Be moderate.
Why tell you me of moderation? The grief is fine, full of perfect that I taste, and violenteth in a sense as strong as that which causeth it. How can I moderate it? If I could temporize with my affection or brew it to a weak and colder palate like a layman, could I give my grief? My love admits no qualifying dross, no more my grief in such a precious loss.
Cressid, I love thee in so strained a purity that the blessed gods take thee from me.
Have the gods envy?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. 'Tis too plain a case.
Is it true that I must go from Troy?
A hateful truth.
What, and from Troilus too?
From Troy and Troilus.
Is it possible?
And suddenly, we two that with so many thousand sighs did by each other, must poorly sell ourselves with the rude brevity and discharge of one. Injurious time now with the robber's haste crams his rich thievery up, he knows not how. As many farewells as be stars in heaven with distinct breath and consigned kisses to them, he fumbles up into a loose adieu and scants us with a single famished kiss, distasted with the salt of broken tears.
My lord, is the lady ready?
I must have actions.
No remedy.
A woeful crest amongst the merry Greeks.
Hear me, my love. Be thou but true of heart.
My true. Oh no! What wicked deem is this?
I speak not be thou true as fearing thee, but be thou true, say I to fashion in my sequent protestation. Be thou true, and I will see thee.
You shall be exposed, my lord, to dangers as infinite as eminent. But I'll be true.
And I'll grow friend with danger. Wear this sleeve.
And you this glove. When shall I see you?
I will corrupt the Grecian sentinels to give thee nightly visitation, but yet be true.
Oh, heavens, be true again.
Hear while I speak it, love. The Grecian youths are full of quality. They're loving, well composed with gifts of nature, flowing and swelling o'er with arts and exercise. How novelty may move in parts with person, alas, a kind of godly jealous, which, I beseech you, call a virtuous sin, makes me afeared. In this I do not call your faith in question so mainly as my merit. I cannot sing, nor play at subtle games, fair virtues all, to which the Grecians are most prompt and pregnant. Be not tempted.
Nay, good my lord.
Come, kiss, and let us part.
Brother Troilus!
Good brother, come you hither, and bring Aeneas and the Grecian with you.
My lord, will you be true?
Who? I? Alas, it is my vice, my fault. Fear not my truth. The moral of my wit is plain and true. There's all the reach of it. Welcome, Sir Ganymede. Here is the lady which for Atner we deliver you. At the port, Lord, I'll give her to thy hand. And by my soul, fair Greek, if e'er thou stand in mercy of my sword, name Cressida, and thy life shall be as safe as Priam is in Ilion.
Fair Lady Cressida, so please you, save the thanks this prince expects. The luster in your eye, heaven in your cheek, pleads your fair usage, and to Diomed, you shall be mistress, and command him wholly.
Grecian, thou dost not use me courteously to shame the zeal of my petition to thee in praising her. I tell thee, Lord of Greece, she is as far high soaring o'er thy praises as thou unworthy to be called her servant. I charge thee use her well, even for my charge, for by the dreadful Pluto, if thou dost not, I'll cut thy throat.
Oh, be not moved, Prince Troilus. Let me be privileged my place and message to be a speaker free. When I am hence, I'll answer to my lust. And know you, Lord, I'll nothing do on charge. To her own worth shall be prized.
Lady, give me your hand as we walk. To our own selves bend we our needful talk.
Hark, Hector's trumpet.
How have we spent this morning? The prince must think me tardy and remiss that swore to ride before him to the field.
'Tis Troilus' fault. Come to the field with him.
The glory of our Troy doth this day lie on his fair worth and single chivalry.
Thou trumpet, now crack thy lungs, and split thy brazen pipe. Blow, villain! Come, stretch thy chest, and let thy eyes spout blood. Thou blowest for Hector.
No trumpet answers.
'Tis but early days.
Is not yon Diomed with Calchas' daughter?
'Tis he. I ken the manner of his gait. He rises on the toe. That spirit of his in aspiration lifts him from the earth.
Is this the Lady Cressida?
Even she.
Most dearly welcome to the Greeks, dear lady.
Our general doth salute you with a kiss.
Yet is the kindness not particular? 'Twere better she were kissed in general.
Very courtly counsel. I'll begin. So much for Nestor.
I'll take what winter from your lips, fair lady. Achilles bids you welcome. I'll take what winter from your lips, fair lady. Achilles bids you welcome.
I had good argument for kissing once.
But that's no argument for kissing now. For this popped Paris in his hardiment, and parted thus you and your argument. The first was Menelaus' kiss, this mine. Patroclus kisses you.
Oh, this is trim. I'll have my kiss, sir. Lady, by your leave.
In kissing, do you render or receive?
Both take and give.
I'll make my match to live. The kiss you take is better than you give. Never a kiss.
I'll give you boot. I'll give you 3 for 1.
You're an odd man. Give even or give none.
An odd man, lady. Every man is odd.
No, Paris is not. You know 'tis true that you are odd and he is even with you.
May I, sweet lady, beg a kiss of you?
You may.
I do desire it.
I beg then.
Why, then for Venus' sake, give me a kiss when Helen is made again and his.
I am your debtor. Claim it when 'tis due.
Never's my day, and then a kiss of you.
Lady, a word. I'll bring you to your father.
Woman of quick sense.
Fie! Fie upon her! There's language in her eye, her cheek, her lip, nay, her foot speaks. Her wanting spirits look out at every joint and motive of her body. Oh, these encounters, so glib of tongue, that give accosting welcome ere it comes, and wide unclasp the tables of their thoughts to every ticklish reader. Set them down for sluttish spoils of opportunity and daughters of game. The
Trojans trumpet.
Yonder comes the troop.
Hail, you state of Greece! What shall be done to him that victory commands? Will you, the knights, shall to the edge of all extremity pursue each other, or shall be divided by any voice or order of the field? Hector bade ask.
Which way would Hector have it?
He cares not. He'll obey conditions. If not Achilles, sir, what is your name?
If not Achilles, nothing.
Therefore, Achilles. But whate'er know this, in the extremity of great and little, valor and pride excel themselves in Hector. The one almost as infinite as all the other, blank as nothing. Weigh him well, and that which looks like pride is courtesy. This Ajax is half made of Hector's blood, in love whereof half Hector stays at home, half heart, half hand, half Hector comes to seek this splendid knight, half Trojan and half Greek.
They are opposed already.
What Trojan is that same that looks so heavy?
The youngest son of Priam, a true knight, not yet mature, yet matchless, firm of word, speaking in deeds and deedless in his tongue, not soon provoked, nor being provoked soon calmed, his heart and hand both open and both free, for what he has he gives, and what he thinks he shows. Yet gives he not till judgment guide his bounty, nor dignifies an impure thought with breath, manly as Hector, but more dangerous, for Hector in his blaze of wrath subscribes to tender objects, but he in heat of action is more vindictive. And then jealous love, they call him Troilus, and on him erect a second hope, as fairly built as Hector. Thus says Aeneas, one that knows the youth, even to his inches, and with private soul, did in great Ilion thus translate him to me.
They're in action.
Now, Ajax, hold thine own.
Hector, thou sleepst, awake thee.
Ah, his blows are well disposed. There, Ajax!
You must know more.
Prince is enough, so please you.
I'm not warm yet. Let us fight again.
As Hector pleases.
Why, then I will no more. Thou art, great lord, my father's sister's son, a cousin german to great Priam's seed. The obligation of our blood forbids a gory emulation twixt us twain. But thy commiction, Greek and Trojan, so that thou couldst say, this hand is Grecian all, and this is Trojan. The sinews of this leg, all Greek, and this all Troy. My mother's blood runs on the dexter cheek, and this sinister bounds as my father's. My love multipotent, thou shouldst not bear from me a Greekish member, wherein my sword had not impression made of our rank feud. But the just gods gainsay that any drop thou borrowest from thy mother, my sacred aunt, should by my mortal sword be drained. Let me embrace thee, Ajax. By him that thunders, thou hast lusty arms. Hector would have them fall upon him thus. Cousin, all honor to thee.
I thank thee, Hector. Thou art too gentle and too free a man. I came to kill thee, cousin, and bear hence a great addition earned in thy death.
There is expectance here from both the sides. What further you will do?
We'll answer it. The issue is embracement.
If I might in treaties find success, as seld if I have the chance, I would desire my famous cousin to our Grecian tents.
Yes, call my brother Troilus to me, and signify this loving interview to the expectors of our Trojan part. Desire them home. Give me thy hand, my cousin. I will go eat with thee and see your knights.
Great Agamemnon comes to meet us here.
The worthiest of them tell me name by name. But for Achilles, mine own searching eye shall find him by his large and portly side.
From heart to very heart, great Hector, welcome.
I thank thee, most imperious Agamemnon.
My well-famed lord of Troy, no less to you.
Let me confirm my princely brother's greeting. You brace of warlike brothers, welcome hither.
Who must we answer?
The noble Menelaus.
Oh, you, my lord. By Mars' gauntlet thanks. Mock not that I affect the untraded oath your quondam wife swears still by Venus' glove. She's well, but bade me not commend her to you.
Name her not now, sir. She's a deadly theme.
Oh, pardon. I offend.
I have, thou gallant Trojan, seen thee oft, laboring for destiny, make cruel way through ranks of Greekish youth. But this thy countenance, still locked in steel, I never saw till now. I knew thy grandsire, and once fought with him. He was a soldier good, but by great Mars, the captain of us all, never saw like thee. Let an old woman embrace thee, and, worthy warrior, welcome to our tents.
'Tis the old Nestor.
Let me embrace thee, good old chronicle, that hast so long walked hand in hand with time. Most reverend Nestor, I am glad to clasp thee.
I would my arms could match thee in contention, as they contend with thee in courtesy.
I would they could.
By this white hair, I'd fight with thee tomorrow. Well, welcome, welcome, I have seen the time.
I wonder how yonder city stands when we have here her base and pillar by us.
I know your favor, Lord Ulysses, well. Ah, sir, there's many a Greek and Trojan dead, since first I saw yourself in Diomed in Ilion, on your Greekish embassy.
Sir, I foretold you then what would ensue. My prophecy is but half his journey yet, for yonder walls that partly front your town, yon towers, whose wanton tops do bust the clouds, must kiss their own feet.
I must not believe you. There they stand yet, and modestly I think, the fall of every Phrygian stone will cost a drop of Grecian blood. The end crowns all, and that old common arbitrator, time, will one day end it.
So to him we leave it. Most gentle and valiant Hector, welcome. After the general, I beseech you next to feast with me and see me at my tent.
I shall forestall thee, Lord Ulysses, thou. Now, Hector, I have fed mine eyes on thee. I have, with exact view, perused thee, Hector, and quoted joint by joint.
Is this Achilles?
I am Achilles.
Stand fair, I pray thee. Let me look on thee.
Behold thy fill.
Nay, I have done already.
Thou art too brief. I will the second time, as I would by thee, view thee limb by limb.
Oh, like a book of sport thou'st read me over. But there's more in me than thou dost understand. Why dost thou so oppress me with thine eyes?
Tell me, you heavens, in which part of his body shall I destroy him? Whether there, or there, or there. That I may give the local wound a name and make distinct the very breach whereout Hector's great spirit flew. Answer me, heavens!
It would discredit the blessed gods, proud man, to answer such a question. Stand again! Thinkest thou to catch my life so pleasantly as to promenade in nice conjecture where thou wilt hilt me dead?
I tell thee, yea.
Wert thou an oracle to tell me so? I'd not believe thee. Henceforth guard thee well, for I'll not kill thee there, nor there, nor there. But by the forge that stithed Mars his helm, I'll kill thee everywhere. Yea, or, you wisest Grecians, pardon me this brag. His insolence draws folly from my lips. But I'll endeavor deeds to match these words, or may I never.
Do not chafe thee, cousin. And you, Achilles, let these threats alone, till accident or purpose bring you to it. You may have every day enough of Hector if you have stomach.
I pray you, let us see you in the field. We've had pelting wars since you refused the Grecians' cause.
Dost thou entreat me, Hector? Tomorrow do I meet thee, fell as death. Tonight, all friends.
Thy hand upon that match.
First, all you peers of Greece, go to my tent. Then in the full convive we. Beat loud the tambourines, let the trumpets blow, that this great soldier may his welcome know.
My lord Ulysses, tell me, I beseech you, in what place of the field doth Calchas keep?
At Menelaus' tent, most princely Troilus. There Diomed doth feast with him tonight, who neither looks upon the heaven nor earth, but gives all gaze and bent of amorous view on the fair Cressid.
Shall, sweet lord, be bound to you so much, after we part from Agamemnon's tent, to bring me thither?
You shall command me, sir. As gentle tell me of what honor was Cressida in Troy? Had she no lover there that wails in her absence?
Oh, sir, to such as boasting show their scars of mock is due. Will you walk on, my lord? She was beloved, she loved, she is and doth, but still sweet love is food for fortune's tooth.
I'll heat his blood with Greekish wine tonight, which with my scimitar I'll cool tomorrow. How now, thou core of envy, thou crusty batch of nature, what's the news?
Why, thou picture of what thou seemest, and idol of idiot worshippers, here's a letter for thee.
From hence this fragment.
Why, thou full dish of food from Troy.
Who keeps the tent now?
The surgeon's box, or the patient's wound.
Well said, adversity. And what needs these tricks?
Prithee be silent, boy. I profit not by thy talk. Thou art thought to be Achilles' male varlet.
Male varlet, you rogue! What's that?
Why, his masculine whore.
Go out, Gaul!
Finch egg.
Come, Thersites. Help to trim my tent. This night in banqueting must be all spent. Away, Patroclus.
With too much blood and too little brain, these two may run mad. But if with too much brain and too little blood they do, I'll be a curer of madmen. Here's Agamemnon. An honest fellow enough, but he has not so much brain as earwax. And the goodly transformation of Jupiter there, his brother, the bull, the primitive statue hanging in his brother's leg. To what form that he is, should wit larded with malice, and malice forced with wit, turn him to an ass, were nothing. He is both ass and ox. To an ox were nothing. He is both ox and ass. To a dog, a mule, a cat, a toad, a lizard, an owl, or a herring without a roe, I would not care. But to be Menelaus, I would conspire against destiny. Ask me not what I would be if I were not Thersites. Heyday! Spirits and fire!
We go wrong. We go wrong.
No, yonder 'tis. There, where we see the lights.
Trouble you?
No, not a whit.
Here comes himself to guide you.
Welcome, brave Hector. Welcome, princes all.
So now, fair Prince of Troy, I bid good night. Ajax commands the guard to tend on you.
Thanks. And good night to the Greeks' general.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, sweet Lord Menelaus.
Sweet draught, sweet, quoth he. Sweet sink, sweet sewer.
Good night and welcome, both at once, to those that go or tarry.
Good night.
Old Nestor tarries, and you too, Diomed, keep Hector company an hour or two.
I cannot, Lord. I have important business. The tide whereof is now. Good night, great Hector.
Give me your hand.
Follow his torch. He goes to Calchas' tent. I'll keep you company.
Come. Enter my tent.
That same Diomed's a false-hearted rogue, a most unjust knave. I will no more trust him when he leers than I will a serpent when he hisses. He will spend his mouth and promise like Brabbler the hound, but when he performs, astronomers tell it. It is prodigious that there will come some change. The sun borrows of the moon when Diomed keeps his word. I will rather leave to see Hector than not to dog him. They say he keeps a Trojan drab and uses the traitor Calchas' tent. Now after, nothing but lechery. All incontinent varlets.
Act 6, Scene 2, the Grecian camp, before Calchas' tent.
What, are you up? Speak.
Who calls?
Where's your daughter?
She comes to you.
Stand where the torch may not discover us.
As it comes forth to him.
How now, my charge?
My sweet guardian, hark a word with you.
Yea, so familiar.
She will sing any man at first sight.
And any man may sing her if he can take her cliff, she's noted.
Will you remember?
Remember, yes.
Nay, but do then, and let your mind be coupled with words.
What should she remember?
Sweet honey Greek, tempt me no more to folly.
Roguery.
Nay, then,
I'll tell you what.
foe, come, tell a pin, you are forsworn.
In faith I cannot. What would you have me do?
Ah, juggling trick to be secretly open.
What did you swear you would bestow on me?
Prithee, do not hold me to mine oath. Bid me do anything but that, sweet Greek.
Good night.
Oh, patience.
How now, Trojan?
Diomede.
No, good night. I'll be your fool no more.
Thy better must.
Hark! One word in your ear.
Oh, plague and madness!
You are moved, Prince. Let us depart, I pray you, lest your displeasure should enlarge itself to wrathful terms. This place is dangerous. The time right deadly. I beseech you, go.
Behold, I pray you.
Nay, good my lord, go off. You flow to great distraction. Come, my lord.
I pray thee. Stay.
You have not patience.
I pray you, stay by hell in all hell's torments. I will not speak a word.
And so, good night.
Nay, but you pardon anger.
Doth that grieve thee? Oh, whether true.
Why, how now, Lord?
By Jove, I will be patient.
Guardian. Why, Greek?
Foe, I adieu, you palter.
Faith, I do not. Come hither once again.
You shake, my lord, at something. Will you go? You will break out.
She strokes his cheek.
Come.
Nay, stay. By Jove, I will not speak a word. There is between my will and all offenses a guard of patience. Stay a little while.
How the devil luxury tickles these together. Fry, lechery, fry.
But will you then?
Faith, I will. Never trust me else.
Give me some token for the surety of it.
I'll fetch you one.
You have sworn patience.
Hear me not, sweet lord. I will not be myself, nor have cognition of what I feel. I am all patience.
Now the pledge. Now.
Here, Diomede. Keep this sleeve.
Oh, beauty, where is thy faith?
My lord.
I will be patient. Outwardly, I will.
You look upon that sleeve, behold it well. He loved me. Oh, false wench. Give it me again.
Whose was it?
It's no matter. Now I have it again. I will not meet with you tomorrow night. This time it visit me no more.
Oh, now she sharpens. Well said, Whetstone.
I shall have it.
What, this?
Aye, that.
Oh, you gods. You pretty pledge. Thy master's now lies, thinking in his bed of thee and me, and sighs, and takes my glove, and gives memorial dainty kisses to it as I kiss thee. They do not snatch it from me. He that takes it doth take my heart withal.
I had your heart before. This follows it.
I did swear patience.
You shall not have it, Diamond. Faith, you shall not. I'll give you something else.
I will have this. Whose was it?
It's no matter.
Come, tell me whose it was.
'Twas one that loved me better than you will. But now you have it, take it.
Whose was it?
By all Diana's waiting woman yawned, and by herself. I will not tell you whose.
Tomorrow I will wear it on my helm, and grieve his spirit that dares not challenge it.
Wert thou the devil and warest it on thy horn, it should be challenged.
Well, 'tis done. 'Tis past. Yet it is not. I will not keep my word.
Why then, farewell. Never shalt mock Diomed again.
You shall not go. One cannot speak a word, but it straight starts you.
I do not like this fooling.
Nor I, by Pluto, but that likes not you pleases me best.
What, shall I come? The hour?
I come. O Jove Duke, I shall be plagued.
Farewell till then.
Good night. I pray thee come. Troilus, farewell. One eye yet looks on thee, but with my heart the other eye does see. Our poor our sex. This fault in us I find. The error of our eye directs our mind. What error leads must err. Oh, then conclude, mind swayed, my eyes are full of turpentine.
A proof of strength she could not publish more, unless she said, my mind is now turned horror.
All's done, my lord.
It is.
Why stay we then?
To make a recordation to my soul of every syllable that here was spoken. But if I tell how these two did co-act in publishing a truth, sit yet, there is a heart that doth invert the attest of eyes, as if those organs and deceptious functions created only to calumniate. He was not sure.
Most sure she was.
Why, my negation hath no taste of madness.
Nor mine, my lord. Cressid was here, but now.
Let it not be believed a womanhood. Think, we had mothers, did not give advantage to stubborn critics, apt, without a theme for deprivation, to square the general set by Cressid's rule. Rather think this Cressid.
What hath she done, prince, that can soil our mothers?
Nothing at all. Let that this were she.
Will he swagger himself out on his own eyes?
This she? No. This is Diomede's Cressida. If beauty have a soul, this is not she. If souls guide vows, if vows be sanctimonies, if sanctimony be the god's delight, if there be rule in it unity itself, this is not she. Oh, madness of discourse that cause sets up with and against itself. Bifold authority, where reason can revolt without perdition, and loss assume all reason without revolt. This is, and is not, Cressid. Within my soul there doth conduce a fight of this strange nature, that a thing in separate divides more wider than the sky and earth, and yet the spacious breadth of the division admits no orifice, for a point as subtle as Ariadne's broken woof to enter. Instance, oh instance, strong as Pluto's gates, Cressid is mine. Tied with the bonds of heaven, instance, oh instance, strong as heaven, except the bonds of heaven are slipped, dissolved, and loosed. And with another knot, 5 fingers high, the faction of her faith, orts of her love, the fragments, scraps, the bits and greasy relics of her o'er-eaten faith are bound to Diomede.
May worthy Troilus be half attached with that which here his passion doth express?
Aye, Greek. And that shall be divulged well in characters as red as Mars, his heart inflamed with Venus. Never did young man fancy with so eternal and so fixed a soul. Heart, Greek. As much as I do Cressid love, how much by weight hate I her Diomede. That sleeve is mine that he'll bear on his helm, where it is cast composed by Vulcan's skill. My sword shall bite it.
He'll tickle it for his concubine.
Oh, Cressid! Oh, false Cressid! False, false, false! Let all untruth stand by thy unstained name, and they'll seem glorious.
Oh, contain yourself. Your passion draws ears hither.
I have been seeking you this hour, my lord. Hector by this is arming him in Troy. Ajax, your guard stays to conduct you home.
Have with you, Prince, my courteous lord. Adieu. Farewell, revolted fair. And Diomed, stand fast and wear a castle on thy head.
I'll bring you to the gates.
Accept distracted thanks.
Lechery, lechery, still wars and lechery. Nothing else takes fashion. Nothing else holds fashion. A burning devil take them!
Scene 3. Troy before Priam's palace.
Where's my brother Hector?
Oh, bid my trumpet sound.
No notes of Sally for the heavens, sweet brother.
Be gone, I say. The gods have heard me swear.
The gods are deaf to hot and peevish vows. They are polluted offerings, more abhorred than spotted livers in the sacrifice. It is the purpose that makes strong the vow, but vows to every purpose must not hold. Unarm, sweet Hector.
Hold you still, I say. Mine honor keeps the weather of my fate. Lie every man holds dear, but the brave man holds honor far more precious than dear life. How now, young man? Meanst thou to fight today? No. Faith, young Troilus, doff thy harness, youth. I am today in the vein of chivalry. Let grow thy sinews until their knots be strong, and tempt not yet the brushes of the war. Unarm thee. Go and doubt thou not, brave boy. I'll stand today for thee and me and Troy.
Brother, you have a vice of mercy in you, which better fits a lion than a man.
What voice is that, good Troilus? Chide me for it.
When many times the captive Grecian falls, even in the fan and wind of your fair sword, you bid them rise and live.
Oh, 'tis fair play.
Fool's play, by heaven, Hector.
How now? How now?
For the love of all the gods, let's leave the hermit pity with our mothers, and when we have our armors buckled on, the venomed vengeance ride upon our swords, spur them to ruthful work, rein them from ruth.
Troilus, I would not have you fight today.
Who should withhold me? Not you, my brother. With your true sword drawn opposed to hinder me, should stop my way, but by my ruin.
Lay hold upon him, Priam. Hold him fast. He is thy crutch. Now if thou lose thy stay, thou on him leaning, and all Troy on thee fall all together.
Come, Hector, come. Go back. Thy wife hath dreamed. Thy mother hath had visions. Cassandra doth foresee. And I myself am like a prophet suddenly enwrapped to tell thee that this day is ominous. Therefore come back.
Aeneas is a field, and I do stand engaged to many Greeks, even in the faith of valor, to appear this morning to them.
Aye, but thou shalt not go.
I must not break my faith.
Oh, Priam, yield not to him.
This foolish, dreaming, superstitious girl makes all these bodements.
Oh, farewell, dear Hector. Look how thou diest. Look how thy eye turns pale. Look how thy wounds do bleed at many vents. Hark how Troy roars, how Hecuba cries out, how poor Andromache shrills her dolors forth. Behold, distraction, frenzy, and amazement, like witless antics one another meet, and all cry, Hector! Hector's dead! Oh, Hector!
Away! Away!
Farewell. Yet soft Hector, take my leave. Thou dost thyself and all our Troy deceive.
You are amazed, my liege, at her exclaim. Go in and cheer the town. We'll forth and fight, do deeds worth praise, and tell you them at night.
Farewell. The gods with safety stand about thee.
They are at it, hark. Proud Diomed, believe I come to lose my arm or win my sleeve.
Do you hear, my lord? Do you hear?
What now?
Here's a letter come from yon poor girl.
Let me read.
Wholesome to sick, wholesome wrathly to sick, so troubles me, and the foolish fortune of this girl, and what one thing, what another, that I shall leave you one of these days, and I have a room in my eyes too, and such an ache in my bones that unless a man will curse, I cannot tell what to think on it. What says she here?
Words, words, mere words, no matter from the heart, the effect doth operate another way. Go, win, to wind, there turn and change together. My love with words and errors still she feeds, but edifies another with her deeds.
Now they are clapper-clawing one another. Oh, I'll go look on. That dissembling, abominable varlet Diomed has got that same scurvy, doting, foolish young knave Sleeve of Troy there in his helm. Oh, I would fain see them meet. Oh, that same young Trojan ass that loves the whore there might send that Greekish whore-masterly villain with the sleeve back to the dissembling, luxurious drab of a sleeveless errand. Oh, on the other side, the policy of those crafty swearing rascals, that stale old mouse-eaten dry cheese Nestor, and that same dog-fox Ulysses is proved not worth a blackberry. They set me up in policy, that mongrel cur Ajax against that dog of as bad a kind Achilles, and now is the cur Ajax prouder than the cur Achilles, and will not arm today. Whereupon the Grecians begin to proclaim barbarism, and policy grows into an ill opinion. Well, soft, here comes Sleeve and the other.
Why not? For shouldst thou take the river Styx, I would swim after.
Thou dost miscall retire. I do not fly, but advantageous care withdrew me from the odds of multitude. Have at thee.
Hold thy whore, Grecian! Now for thy whore, Trojan! Now the sleeve! Now the sleeve!
What art thou, Greek? Art thou for Hector's match? Art thou of blood and honor?
No, no. I am a rascal, a scurvy railing knave, a very filthy rogue.
I do believe thee. Live.
God have mercy. Thou wilt believe me, but a plague break thy neck for frightening me! Oh, what's become of the wenching rogues? I think they have swallowed one another. I would laugh at that miracle. Yet, in a sort, lechery can eat itself. I'll seek them.
Go, go, my servant, take thou Troilus' horse. Present the fair steed to my lady Cressida. Fellow, commend my service to her beauty. Tell her I have chastised the amorous Trojan, and am her knight by proof.
I go, my lord.
Renew! Renew! Patroclus, ta'en or slay in haste we Diomed, to reinforcement or we perish all.
Go, bear Patroclus' body to Achilles, and bid the snail-paced Ajax arm for shame. There is 1,000 Hectors in the field, and there the strawy Greeks, ripe for his edge, fall down before him like the mower's swath. Here, there, and everywhere he leaves and takes, dexterity so obeying appetite that what he will, he does, and so does so much that proof is called impossibility.
Oh, courage, courage, princes! Great Achilles is alarming, weeping, cursing, vowing vengeance. Patroclus' wounds have roused his drowsy blood, together with his mangled myrmidons. That noseless, handless, hacked and chipped, come to him crying on Hector. Ajax hath lost a friend and foams at the mouth, and he is armed and at it. roaring for Troilus, who hath done today mad and fantastic execution, engaging and redeeming of himself with such a careless force and forceless care, as if that luck in very spite of cunning bade him win all.
Troilus, thou coward! Troilus!
Aye, there!
So, we draw together.
Where is this Hector? Come, come, thou boy queller, show thy face. Know what it is to meet Achilles angry. Hector? Where's Hector? I will none but Hector.
Troilus, thou coward Troilus, show thy head.
Troilus, I say, where's Troilus?
What wouldst thou?
I would correct him.
Were I the general, thou shouldst have my office ere that correction. Troilus, I say! What Troilus?
O traitor Diomed, turn thy false face, thou traitor, and pay the life thou owest me for my horse.
Art thou there?
I'll fight with him alone. Stand, Diomed.
He is my price. I will not look upon.
Come, both you caulking Greeks, have it you both!
Yea, Troilus! Oh, well fought, my youngest brother.
Ha! Now do I see thee. Ha! Have at thee, Hector.
Pause, if thou wilt.
I do disdain thy courtesy, proud Trojan. Be happy that my arms are out of use. My rest and negligence befriends thee now. But thou anon shalt hear of me again. That till then, go seek thy fortune.
Fare thee well. I would have been much more a fresher man had I expected thee. How now, my brother?
Ajax has ta'en Aeneas. Shall it be? No, by the flame of yonder glorious heaven, he shall not carry him. I'll be ta'en too. Or bring him off. Fate, hear me what I say. I reck not though I end my life today.
Stand, stand, thou Greek. Thou art a goodly mark. No? Wilt thou not? I like thy armor well. I'll fresh it and unlock the rivets all. But I'll be master of it. Wilt thou not, beast? Abide. Why then fly on. I'll hunt thee for thy hide.
Come here about me, you my myrmidons. Mark what I say. Attend me where I wheel. Strike not a stroke, but keep yourselves in breath. And when I have the bloody Hector found, impale him with your weapons round bout. In fellest manner execute your aims. Follow me, sirs. My proceedings it is decreed, Hector the Great must die.
The cuckold and the cuckold master are at it. The cuckold maker. Now, bull. Now, dog. Loo, Paris. Loo. Now, my double-head sparrow. Loo, Paris. Loo. The bull has got the game. Where, horns? Hoo.
Turn slave and fight.
What art thou?
A bastard son of Priam's.
I am a bastard too! I love bastards! I am a bastard begot, bastard instructed, bastard in mind, bastard in valor, in everything illegitimate! One bear will not bite another, and wherefore should one bastard? Take heed, the quarrel's most ominous to me. If the son of a whore fight for a whore, he tempts judgment. Farewell, bastard!
The devil take thee, coward!
Most putrefied core, so fair without, thy godly armor thus hast cost thy life. Now is my day's work done. I'll take good breath. Rest, sword. Thou hast thy fill of blood and death.
Look, Hector, how the sun begins to set. How ugly night comes breathing at his heels, even with the veil of the darking sun. To close the day up, Hector's life is done.
I am unarmed. Forego this vantage, Greek.
Strike, fellows, strike! This is the man I seek. So, Ilion, fall thou next. Now, Troy, sink down. Here lies thy heart, thy sinews, and thy bone, and myrmidons, and cry you all amain. Achilles hath the mighty Hector slain. Hark! Retire upon our Grecian part.
The Trojan trumpets sound alike, my lord.
The dragon wing of night o'erspreads the earth, and stickler-like the armies separate. My half-supped sword, that frankly would have fed, pleased with his dainty bait, thus goes to bed. Come, tie his body to my horse's tail. Along the field, I will the Trojan trail.
Hark! Hark! What shot is that?
Peace, drums!
Hector's slain, and by Achilles!
It be so, yet bragless let it be. Great Hector was a man as good as he.
March patiently along. Let one be sent to pray Achilles see us at our tent. If in his death the gods have us befriended, great Troy is ours, and our sharp wars are ended.
Stand ho. Yet are we masters of the field? Never go home. Here starve we out the night.
Hector is slain.
Hector, the gods forbid.
He's dead. And at the murderous horse's tail, in beastly sword dragged through the shameful field. Proud art, you heavens! Affect your rage with speed. Sit, gods, upon your thrones and smile at Troy. I say at once, let your brief plagues be mercy, and linger not our sure distractions on.
My lord, you do discomfort all the host.
You understand me not to tell me so. Hector is gone. Who shall tell Priam so, or Hecuba? Let him that will as screech owl I be called. Go into Troy and say there, Hector's dead. There is a word will Priam turn to stone, makes well in niodes of the maids and wives, cold statues of the youth, and in a word, scare Troy out of itself. But march away. Hector is dead, there is no more to say. Stay yet, you vile abominable tents, thus proudly pitched upon our Phrygian plains. Let Titan rise as early as he dare. I'll through and through you strike a free march to Troy, with comfort go. Hope of revenge shall hide our inward woe.
Hear you.
Hence, broker lackey, ignominy and shame pursue thy life and live with thy name.
A goodly medicine for my aching bones. World. Thus is this poor agent despised. Traitors and bawds, how earnestly are you set at work, and how ill requited. Why should our endeavor be so loved, the performance so loathed? What verse for it? What instant for it? Let me see. Full merrily the humble bee doth sing, until he has lost his honey and his sting, and being once subdued in armed tail, sweet honey and sweet notes together fail. Good traders in the flesh, set this in your painted cloths. As many of you be here of Pandar's hall, Your eyes full, half out, weep out Pandar's fall. Or if you cannot weep, yet give some groans, though for not me, yet for your aching bones. Brethren and sisters of whole door trade, some 2 months hence my will shall here be made. Till then I'll sweat and seek about for eases. And that time bequeath you my diseases.
End of play.